Jams Organic Farms and Kitchens, and Mr. Fawaz is controlling over 15 acres of land or farm.
150
acres. Wow. So you can see he's controlling well over 150 acres of land, and you are still sitting there thinking of what to do. I beg. Hi guys, you are welcome to Country Solution Academy. Today is the 19th of March 2021. I'm here live at Eruwa at Jams Organic Farms and Kitchen. Stay tuned and listen to this great video. Make sure that you watch this video to the end and enjoy what real farming is really hot. So I've been here today at Eruwa making some supplies.
Make it a garden. So I'm going to develop in terms of soil. So give them the free range system of poultry. So we have the layers and the broilers there. Probably maybe not last. We wish the both this thing. So for meat and also for egg purpose, dairy purpose.
To me, it's a very good initiative. So what I'm here for today is to make sure that I supply some tarpaulin pond for fish farming here in Jams Organic Farm and Kitchen. Organic Farm and Kitchen is located at Oyo State and Eruwa precisely, and it's on 150 acres of land. This is a large farm that's into organic crop. They do lot of crops. They have lot of cashew. They have lot of anything you can talk of. The farm is well organized, and I can tell you this is the farm that you can have, and or you can be shown and you'll be interested in having a farm. So today we are here to supply fish, to mentor on fish, to consult on fish, and to teach on fish. So as you have been watching from this video, we will start bringing out what we brought here. What we brought here is Mr. Fawaz has been a follower on my YouTube page. He has been following me on my YouTube page, and he contacted me for mentorship program which he paid for, and he contacted me for pond construction and immediate stocking. So what we do is that we brought in our pond from Lagos. We constructed a 2 black ponds, tarpaulin galvanized pond from Lagos, and we brought in the fish, and we even brought in the feed that we use in feeding the fishes for 2 months plus, and we brought in what we call the dragon net, the square shaped dragon net that can be easier to scoop your net for when you want to pick up anything from your pond. And again, we brought in our test kit, which we'll be using to test the water, the chlorine and the pH test kit, and we brought in everything that was said was brought in, and which he has been paid for, and this is what we call integrity and trust. We met this is Mr. Fawaz. Everything I requested for, he made his payment due. He made his payment over 3 weeks or one month plus before bringing up all the materials to here in Eruwa. So we will be watching from this video, and we will be doing the mounting of the pond, and I will want you to make sure that you watch this video to the end, and you can tap from 1 or 2 things that you are seeing from this video. So we'll be installing this tarpaulin pond, and it's black in color. This is what we advise and was discussed and was finalized by I and Mr. Fawaz. Why we are making a black pond is that for those of you that don't know the advantage of using black tarpaulin pond shaded fishes from sunlight. When you pour your fishes into a black tarpaulin pond, they scattered, which does not allow them to deter their growth. They don't gather in a dark place because they love dark place, as we know that they are bottom feeders. So a black tarpaulin pond helps them to feel in the habitat, to feel in the natural environment, so they perform well and do better. It allows the water himself to be cold enough for them if they are directly into sunlight. And again, the black tarpaulin pond does not retain much of algae. That means it does not dirty as other ponds do. So that is why we are installing this pond here. So from this video, you will be watching a lot of things. I said once again, make sure that you share, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, make sure that you click on the notification button. This will tell you when we release new videos on this channel. And what you are watching in this video will make you, as an intending fisherman, to make sure that you start from the right place, you get information from the right channel, you seek for mentorship from the right person. It is important and key. No knowledge is cheap, but getting a very good stuff like the tarpaulin pond, well advisory pond, from an expert is really what you need. So from the video we'll be brought in, we'll be using our red oil in order to reduce the chemical intakes on the tarpaulin pond, in order for it not to kill the fishes, because this is a new chemical tarpaulin pond. So, and the way forward that we can use in order to stock this pond immediately is to use our own method, organic method of deneutralizing the pond.
March 2022, and today we are here live at Jam's Organic Farm and Chicken and Kitchen. Sorry, here is the Eruwa. Eruwa is in Oyo State. Sorry, I'm very tired because I've been working since. In here we are here to do some installation of some ponds. We did 2 installation of 2 galvanized tarpaulin ponds. So what really happened is that this is one pond, and in here what we do is that we make sure that we give our customers the best quality they deserve. So in here we use 2-inch galvanized pipe as the stand, and we now use half an inch, arch and half, and arch and hip for the brim and the base. So this is what we just do. We make sure that we use a very good pond and a tarpaulin pond and a very good leather. For people that normally ask, why do I use leather, black leather? I use black leather because, one, catfish himself like, they are bottom feeders, so they like a cozy environment. They appreciate an environment that they will not be scared of. They will not be fear of that. They can do better and grow better. Catfish farm does not cluster, unlike hybrid. That means Claras does not cluster, unlike hybrid. So they need a space for them to really do well and grow well. So that is why we use a black tarpaulin pond, so that they can get acclimatized very easily. So once again, I said we are in Eruwa in Oyo State, and what we brought in here is, one, we brought in the water test kit, that means the pH and the chlorine test kit, which I will show you too. We brought in the scooping net. We brought in the feed that will feed these fishes for 2 months and some days. So this was brought in here too as well. And we brought in lot of things. We brought in here the scooping net. I said the scooping net. We brought in here the netting for the pond, which we will do after we might have stocked the pond now. But the first thing we do is that, because this is a newly pond and we need a very fast and clean fertilization process, so what we do is that the first thing we do, we make sure that we use our red oil in order to get all the chemicals in the water to neutralize it as fast as possible. So that is what we just do to this pond now. So we do the red oil in order to get it, we wash it, and we now use a detergent in order to get it well fertilized at a very fast track, so that, one, we can mount our, we can put our fishing immediately. So that is what we are trying to do now. So now we have finished the chemical reduction process of it, and now we are now putting water in order to start the stocking process. So the washing, and another thing is that the good thing about it is that in here they have volumes of water. There is no amount of water you can require for in this farm that you won't get. You can see the reservoir. The reservoir have lots of water there too as well. And two, the good thing about this farm is that the serene environment that our fishes eat are organic serene. And most especially, again, we brought in our little azolla plant and the duckweed for the organic feeding, and we brought in the water essence, which we'll be putting in the pond now after we might have put our fish. So I will take you through other process and everything we brought and how the pond is being stocked. Once again, my name is Eruwa, your anchor of Catfish Solution Place and Academy, where we give you in-depth information about catfish farming. Thank you.
So after this, the next thing to do is to stock this pond, and before we do our stocking, we need to check the water. It is important for you to check your water, to know the parameters of your water, to know if your water can really grow your fishes, because as you know, water is one of the deterrents of fish not growing well, because if your water is bad, your fish will not respond and the conversion ratio will be very, very low. So the next thing to do now is to test the water, and we are going to test two things from this water, because it's a grow out pond. So we are going to test for the chlorine, and we are going to test for the pH. As you are watching from this video, the first one which I tried to test is for the chlorine, and for every farmer, of every successful farmer, if you don't have all these kits, you are still on the long thing. I normally tell you that. So testing the chlorine, I observed that the water is free from chlorine. That means that is the number one plus. That means it is that your fishes, the fishes is safe in the first instance. And the second one is we are going to test for the acidity and the alkalinity, which is very, very dangerous, most especially for grow out fishes too as well, because I said it earlier, if you have a lower potential hydrogen, which is the acidity, this will deter and will disturb the growth of your fishes. Your conversion ratio will not respond as well. Your fishes will not respond as well. So if you are feeding them and they are not really growing, note that there's a problem somewhere. So these are one of the things that can cause problem for it. Now, after testing for the pH, I bet you what I got here is 7. Is 7. Is 7.5. Is 7.5. So that means their water is okay for grow out, and is also okay. No, 7.2, yeah, and it's also okay for fingerlings production. But it may be giving problems for fingerlings production if you allow the water to stay much in your pond or in the storage tank. So what we needed is that you need to run a constant flow through for the alkalinity not to really affect your fishes. So this is what you need, and this is what you have to gain from an expert. As I said earlier, everything, consultancy fee, mentorship fee, everything is being paid for, and we are giving a very good 100% services to the farm. I'll be taking you through what success this farm will be making, most especially from us. And if you are still there and thinking of what to do, or if you are in the business and you have failed before, I bet you make sure that you buckle your belt and contact me, and we'll make things happen for you. So once again, what you are seeing now is that we are ready to stock the pond, and we need to reduce some water from the fishes. What you see me doing is one, because of the stress of over 5 to 6 hours that we took in the morning before we arrived here, I need to make sure that I distress the fishes from the stocking process. This is what you are watching from the video. So the fish farm is about to stock, and the business is about to start. So once again, make sure that you always subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure that you always contact me. You can get my number from the screen. Contact me, that's my number, that's my WhatsApp line. You talk to me in any challenges you're having in your farm. What we takes for charges will be charged, what is free will be free. But note, any information that you get from free does not, you don't value it. That means you don't really take care of it or practice what you have. So it is important for us to do that.
So thank you guys. I'll be leaving Eruwa for now, so and I so much appreciate. It's a long drive, and we have tried our best to make sure that we satisfy our client. But this is Mr. Fawaz, is the one that introduced me here. We met online, and he showed the trust he has, and he makes sure that without seeing me, he paid everything I requested for, and we delivered today. So I will use that as an opportunity to say a very big thank you to you, because it's not very easy. He's a manager that can see that this farm that is controlling farm. When I say someone is controlling a farm, is controlling a farm, and he's the guy that is well futuristic. He's the guy that is well planned, and is the guy that has a lot of ideas with him. So for him to call somebody like me to mentor him and to make sure that I stand beside him, I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very happy for that. So I'll be leaving Eruwa for now, but I just need just one word from Mr. Fawaz about his dream, about the setup of the farm we did today.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate the Catfish Solution Academy for the indulgence that they allowed. They accepted for them coming here, because it has not been easy for coming all the way from Lagos, where they came from. And the fact that having him as a mentor is something that I already dream of, because watching some YouTube videos and how he has been teaching people regarding fish farming is something that is very, very much motivating. So which we also want to learn and drink from the well of his knowledge. So, and I'm very, very happy that he's here today to deliver as we had talked and discussed earlier. So I thank you I appreciate it very, very, very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Powers. This is Jams Organic Farms and Kitchens, and Mr. Fawaz is controlling over 15 acres of land or farming.
150.
150 acres. Wow. So you can see he's controlling over 150 acres of land, and you are still sitting there thinking of what to do. I beg. So before I go today, this is our branded cap for Mr. Fawaz. It's a new cap so that he can be using it to visit the fish.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So much appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.